Sure. Is now a fair time to go down to the gate to get me out of here? The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away. But you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine. I can't imagine what might go wrong.
Citizen, I hear there is progress in the search for creative Yukong. A scholar ran out of the Scholar's Garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news.
How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What is that man doing?
Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say? Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary. I can't see how Yukong slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man. Take me. I should arrest that accursed tourist. Look, you spoke to a nervous scholar, and now Yukong has suddenly disappeared. Suspicious. What if I offered you the normal bounty plus half? Would that change anything? Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukong's bounty a dead matter. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens? I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous Southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths. Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention. Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need? Of course he was dead. The family wouldn't exactly have given me a live man to bury, now would they? That would be unprofessional. Can't have stuff like that getting around. You, dealt with the problem, though? Well, that's good, I guess. As long as I'm not giving any refunds, of course. Here's what I promised you. Business has been more lively lately with you around. A little gravedigger humor there, see? Lively? I'm good. Drop by anytime. If I ever see a spirit that needs to be put back down again, I'll seek you out.
So, this is it. Into the lair of the beast. You're certain this is the right course. I mean, I know it is, but there's so much risk. We haven't talked for some time, and this is potentially very dangerous. I needed to know... I just wanted to say that I hope you stay safe. I know you would, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Worry alone does not mean the worst will come to pass. It just means I care, which is more than I feel I have been allowed to show in a long time. You have shown me that, and I am grateful. Hopefully we will have time to discuss it further. As soon as we get the information the princess wants, we can get to the palace and rescue Master Li. After that, perhaps we can go back to a simpler kind of life.
Dancing pretty lights. There's fire in the air and fire inside. They scream like music. You'll scream like a demon when fading moon puts the light inside of you. None of us are alive anymore. Not until the lights dance with us. You'll scream like those maggot people leeching off the Empire until they burn.
Double axes. Leaping tiger. Weak.
With all the flyers, the gate doesn't see the use it once did.
Always a pleasure. Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants? That was her mistake. Yes, of course they do, and they shall have exactly as much protection as they can afford to contribute to the taxes. Here's the standard bounty. Accept it with the thanks of the Empire. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills. Of course. Thanks again for your help with those miscreants.
A great bounty hunter to have dealt with two cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though.
There's something very odd about this man, but I can't say what.
There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those two. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find her at the Black Leopard School. I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this. She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi, the Mournful Blade. Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad. When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
My name is Aishi, the Mournful Blade. And if you are another hunter come to claim my head, I suggest you turn around and walk away. That one didn't listen to me. I hope you have more sense. I have a tale to finish. I see no need to tell it to anyone but myself. Stranger, if you continue to talk to me, I will stand up and face you. If that happens, our meeting will end with one of our deaths. So be it.
This woman has looked death in the eye and refused to blink. She is strong.
You're not what I expected. Harmony surrounds you and flows out into the world as you pass. I have a story I would share willingly with you if you would hear it. Do you know anything of me? Anything of the terror that is Aishi, the Mournful Blade? In my years in this empire, I have been a wanted criminal, a bandit, a murderer, and worse. I have burned entire towns to the ground to avenge some petty dispute between lords and led men to slaughter peasants by the score for their meager possessions. It is all too easy to lose your conscience once you have denied it. I was not always like this, but I remember all too well how my descent began. My father died when I was still a girl, and with him gone I felt no sense of direction. I had no other family to turn to, and so I was alone. I met a boy. He was a natural leader. He had drive and direction. I was in love. He used to enjoy tormenting the children of our village, and I thought it was all fun. Then, one day, he pushed a young boy into the river outside of town. It was fast-moving and would have swept the child away, but he managed to grab hold of a rock. Why, indeed. In the intervening years, I've come to believe that it was more than simple horseplay. There was a gleam in my young man's eye that I cannot forget.